guys, it's Adria, and for today's video, I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys in a really positive way. So, okay, just to kind of brief you guys in on something, more recently I filmed a video kind of talking about how I don't feel like I have any friends, and just kind of like, you know how you get into those emotions. My mom texting me. She got us manis and petties for my birthday, but anyway, I made a video and it was just, you know how you get into like those kind of like pity party moods where it's just like you just feel down and it feels like everything bad happens to you and you feel like nobody likes you, and I feel like everybody kind of goes through that to an extent. And so I was just having a really off day, not really sure what it was. I mean, more recently I've had very bad days with depression. I mean, this past weekend I just didn't feel like I could do anything. Literally slept until like 11:30 on Saturday, which I never do. I'm always up at like 8 or 9 o'clock. I've always been kind of an early bird, and more recently my sleep has been really altered. So a few nights ago I woke up at like 4 in the morning with just racing thoughts of just worry and stress and, you know, just adult stuff, you know, where it's just like, you know, where you stress about money and just the future and everything, where you're just, I feel like everybody in their young years can relate to that. You just worry about like, where am I gonna be in 10 years? Where am I gonna be in 2 years? And where am I gonna be next week? It was just kind of one of those kind of things. But after a rather negative weekend, I kind of had an epiphany of some sort, if that's the right word for this. I woke up this morning and I was just like, I don't want to be negative. And, you know, that's not to say like, oh, I won't do rants anymore. Oh, I won't, you know, like do story times about crazy stuff, you know, like I won't go off on tangents about stuff, getting mad at stuff, you know, mad about stuff. I don't like upset myself by doing that, you know what I mean? I don't turn off my camera after ranting and I'm in like such a terrible mood. Like if anything, it boosts my mood where I'm like, okay, like, you know, that was fun, you know. Because a lot of people think like rants and stuff are negative and like dwelling on negative things, or like pet peeves videos. They think it's just like being negative, but to me it's just fun, it's lighthearted, it's entertainment, it's comedy. If it makes you laugh, it's comedy, but subjective, I guess. But anyway, I just mean I don't want to think so negatively anymore. I sometimes get into funks where I think like, oh, why me? Why does all this happen to me? Why does this happen to me? Why those, you know? And I just get all upset and I get in my own head and I make myself angry at the world, and I just want to be more mindful of that now, and I don't want to bring that onto YouTube, which I feel like that video was, and which is why I didn't post it. I guess I just had to vent it out, and I guess for me, with a camera on, it's easier for me to just kind of turn a camera on and just say what I have to say, and if I post it, I post it, and if I don't, I don't. And I ended up not posting that, mainly because, number one, I cried in it, which, I mean, I'm fine with crying on camera. I do have videos on my channel where I'm crying. It's not necessarily that. It's really just kind of, it was just very focused around negativity, and, you know, like, oh, I don't have any friends, and I don't even know who I'm gonna invite to my wedding, and just kind of things like that, you know what I mean, where I was kind of depressing myself over not having a bunch of people in my life, where I don't want to look at it that way. I've come to realize that that isn't really important. The number of friends I have isn't important. The amount of family that I have in my real life isn't important. I mean, it's nice to have a family full of love and happiness and people that care about you, but because I don't, it's okay. It doesn't have to be a pity party. It doesn't have to be sad. I don't have to cry over it. I've cried over, you know, the negativity in my family a lot. I cried over spending holidays alone, you know, Christmases, it was just me, my mom, and my siblings, and my Nana, and that was it. You know, we didn't have like a huge family breakfast or dinner, you know, we weren't invited anywhere, we didn't have people to invite to our house. Like, I've had that. But me sharing that with you, it's not to pity me. I don't want people to just be like, oh, poor Adria, here's my sympathy. I kind of just want to share it to be more open about it and to just kind of put it out there, because sometimes I feel like it's just better to get that off your chest. I just want to share that because You know, I know what it's like to be completely alone. I really, really do. I know what it feels like to go to bed at night and feel like I have nobody. But here's the thing is, I don't have to be sad about it. I don't have to sit here and cry about it. I don't have to be sad. I don't have to be like, oh, I wish these people would come back into my life, because it's just, it is what it is. And what I've realized lately is that I have a YouTube family. To some people, that may seem ridiculous. To people that don't make YouTube videos, that may seem crazy. I have found so much love on this website. I have found so much love from you guys. There are people that tweet me every day, Instagram me, pictures, edits, they comment on pretty much everything. You know, I recognize names and faces and I see them all the time, and it is mind-blowing to me how much this has grown, and even more recently it's begun to grow. And I just want you guys to know that I don't take a single one of you for granted, because I know what it's like to lose family members. I know what it's like to have people that I've given second chances to just drop me like it meant nothing to them. I know what that feels like. So I don't take a single person in my life for granted. People that stick with me, believe in me, care about me, even just watching a few minutes of a video of mine, like, it means so much to me. And I just want to be more grateful. I want to be more appreciative, and I want to just appreciate everything in my life. And even though things do feel negative at times and confusing, and I'm like, oh, where is the future gonna go? Where am I gonna end up? What's gonna happen? Where's this gonna go? I don't have to be so negative about it. I don't, because I feel like my entire life I've been so negative about things that I was unsure of, and so negative about things where I felt stuck or alone. But now I have like this new vision for things, where even if something's kind of crappy, I kind of just learn to laugh at it. You know what I mean? Like the other day, Brandon and I were watching like Mansions or something on Netflix. Like I said, my weekend was kind of depressing. It was kind of like a woe is me type thing, and I was doing the dishes, and I was like, those people are living in $200 million mansions, and I had to eat leftover SpaghettiOs for lunch. And Brandon just lost himself laughing. And so, like, yeah, some aspects of my life are kind of dumb, like kind of stupid, like kind of like all right, that's really dumb, but I don't have to sit and cry about it. I can just make a joke out of it. I can laugh at it. I don't have to take it so seriously. And you know, where people in my real life have doubted me or given up on me or don't talk to me, you guys have made up for that 1000%. You guys have been a family for me. You know, I live out of state from my mom and my sisters and my brother and my nana, so at times it can feel kind of lonely. It can feel kind of like I don't have a family, I don't have people. But reading your guys' comments and getting your snaps and your edits of me and your tweets, and I don't know, there's just so much positivity. I'm like, how can I be negative? How can I sit here and cry about not having friends when you guys are my friends? And you know, that video, it was just kind of venting about, you know, loss of friendships in my real life, and just, you know, people that I used to be close with, I'm not close with anymore. And at the end of the day, the people that care about you will be there. The people that really truly care about you will be there, and they'll stay. And another thing is, I was thinking about this, and it's like, people, I won't say who, but there have been people who have doubted me doing YouTube and have discouraged me from doing it, and you know, blah blah blah. You know, I feel like every YouTuber can relate to that to an extent, whether you're a huge YouTuber, millions of subscribers, or you know, you have a few subscribers. Maybe your family is just like, this is a waste of time, you shouldn't be doing this, go do something else, go to school, you know, do something, but don't do this. Where people in my real life doubted me, you guys never doubted me. There are people that have been here from the start. There are people that say, I remember when you did this, when you said this in this video, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I forgot about that, or I haven't thought about that in so long. How do you remember that? And even if you've only been here a week, you know, the fact that you stayed subscribed for a week, you know, that's good. So I just, like, I really do truly appreciate all of you. And you know, if somebody says like, oh, I'm unsubscribing cause this, I honestly take that to heart, because I really do care about each person that watches me. I want everybody to feel welcome here. I want everybody to get something out of this, whether you're a guy or a girl and you're young or you're old or you're this or you're that. I want everybody to be able to have fun here and just laugh and find a friend in me, a sister in me, someone to look up to, somebody to relate to, whatever. I want everybody to be able to take something out of my channel, and that's kind of been my goal. And you know, I'm not the biggest, I'm not the best, I'm not the greatest, but I have so much fun on here, and I love this so much, and I have said this so many times where I'm just like, I love this so much, but I do. And I don't take this for granted for a single second. You know, people ask me like, would you give up YouTube for $1 million? And I like, honestly, I'm like, yeah, like, no, like, wait, what? No. Because I love this so much. I love it. I love it. And it's so crazy to me that there are people that are like, come here, visit here, do a meetup here, do this, like, and I'm just like, what? Like, what? I don't feel worthy of that at all, but then at the same time, I'm like, no, like, I have to appreciate this. I have to be grateful for this. I can't disregard this, you know? I'm so beyond thankful to people that stick with me and stick by me because, again, I do know what it's like to have people just that I thought cared about me just like, okay, never seen you again, like, bye. I know what that's like, and I don't like that feeling. I don't like the feeling of, you know, relationships being lost and friendships being broken or just distanced. I don't like that. For me to have built a little family on here with you guys is so incredibly fulfilling to me, and it's worth more than all the money in the entire world to me because I didn't think I would ever have a family. I didn't, you know? I grew up with a single mom. I grew up with like half a family. You know, I've never even had a grandpa. I've only ever had one grandparent. And then, you know, with falling out with my family and then having like no extended family, and you know, it's always just kind of felt kind of strange to have people stick in my life, but this feels like the one thing that will stick, and for that I am so grateful, and I take this so seriously. You know, I would never want to do anything to upset anyone or make anybody feel like I don't care about them or don't take this seriously or I don't love my viewers, my subscribers, my panda fam, hashtag panda fam. You know, I really do love you guys, and I want you to know that. Given the opportunity, I would hug the living crap out of you. You know, when I first met Brandon back in the day, 3 years ago now, do you believe that? I know some of you guys remember our meeting video, but when I first met Brandon 3 years ago, I think I had like 700 subscribers, if that. Brandon has always believed in me. He has always believed in my YouTube. He is always just, he puts all the faith in the world in me and my channel and what I do, and he has always stood behind me with YouTube. He's never said, you know, like, oh, you shouldn't waste your time, or you should go get a real job, or you shouldn't, you know, put so much into this, you know. He has always supported me. You know, I feel like it really took my family a bit to realize the potential in YouTube, which it's fine, you know. I can't fault people for that, because for some people it does seem like a bit of a long shot. I think now people are finally starting to see how happy this makes me and how seriously I take this and how much I love this, and you know, I don't know, I just want to be more positive. I just want to embrace this more, and even when life sucks, you know, like even when my dryer breaks and it's broken for 6 months and all it needed was a new band on it, I just want to learn to laugh at life and just not take it so seriously, because I feel like sometimes I do take life a little too seriously, but I'm trying so hard not to. And you know, with like my rants and my pet peeves and even my story times, like with everything where people think I'm like, oh, all I do is complain, all I do is this, and you know, for me it's just like, it's all fun, and I try to just make it lighthearted and fun and funny, you know, because sometimes it's, you know, when you talk about stuff that sucks and you turn it into something kind of funny, it can make it seem less sucky. I feel like sometimes I just get so wrapped up in negativity where I'm like, oh, I hate this, I don't want to do this, I hate this, like this sucks, and I just don't want to do that anymore in everyday life, like with just my thinking patterns, you know. I just want to change how I think, and I just want to be more optimistic. Like, I have my silver play button on its way to me as we speak, and that right there is confirmation that I can do anything. When I was having my little spout of depression the other day, yesterday and the day before and the day before that, you get those negative thoughts like, you can't do this, you're horrible, nobody really likes you, so on and so forth. But that is physical, tangible proof that I can hang on my wall. I've never won an award before, by the way, so I'm probably gonna cry when I get that, but that's proof right there that I have done something and I can do something, and I have people that see that and they support me and they support this, and it's just, thank you. That's really all I can say is thank you, and I just want to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be, and just keep going and just look for new ways to improve and grow and learn and make my channel better and make my life better and make things for you guys a little better. I want that. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you're not subscribed, you can hit subscribe down below. I put out videos 3 times a week. And that's really my goal, is to make you smile 3 times a week. If I can do that, I've done my job. But thank you guys so much, again, for all that you do. I will see you guys again real soon. Until then, panda hugs. I love you guys. Bye!